Well, hello everyone. It is the first week of September. That means, whereas the first week of the month, it's time for me to do a FAQ or a Q&A video. At least it means that on the months when I remember to do it, which is not every month. But this month I remembered. So because I did not solicit questions from you all ahead of time, I'm going to cover a few things that I've been asked recently several times, and we'll go over those in a few minutes. Before I get to that, I wanted to mention that social media update. First of all, for those of you who haven't seen it yet or haven't already joined or subscribed rather, I've set up a new public Facebook page, and that will hopefully allow me to stay in better touch with my viewers and nomad friends. Basically, bottom line is, I've had a Facebook account for a number of years. I don't use it like all that much, and basically the only reason I keep it, and I have shut it down several times or deactivated it, and then the only reason I keep it is to stay in touch with family who are, you know, in varied states and not local. So that's the only reason I even keep it. I've been connecting with some nomads and stuff through there and viewers in recent months. They're starting to get cumbersome and confusing for me. And, you know, just so what I've done is set up a public Facebook page, and I think this will allow me to, the idea at least is going to allow me to separate. I'll have my personal account that I basically interact with family on, and then I will have my public page where I can interact with all of my viewers and fellow nomad friends and that kind of thing. So basically the public page is all about my travels and van life and my videos, while the personal page will be, you know, basically for family. So if you haven't already checked that out and liked that page, you know, please consider liking that. I'm going to be cutting back my personal account to just family, basically within the next week or so here. And that's not because I don't like all of my fellow nomads or van dwellers or anything like that. It's just that I really need to get this organized a little better to where I can manage it, because it's becoming cumbersome. I'm also active on Instagram, sort of, when I remember to post there. So links to both my Facebook page and my Instagram account are in the description. You can check those out. And those are the best two ways to keep in touch with me on social media if you like to do that, in addition to watching the videos here. So for the first question I get asked a lot, and I've heard several times recently, how much does van life cost? What does it cost to do this? You know, how much do I spend? So I am actually planning on doing a video about that, but I'm still collecting a little more data. I do track my spending every month, but I want to make sure that when I present the video, I have a large enough collection of information that I'm actually giving you good, valuable details. So I will be doing that probably somewhere in the next few months, maybe around the first of the year even. Basically, as soon as I feel like I have a good enough sampling of data to be useful to you. Otherwise, you know, there are variations month to month, so I want to make sure it evens out enough that I can give you a good idea of what my experience is. And I know a number of other YouTube nomads do similar lists, so I'll put that out probably around the first of the year, I think. Maybe a little before or after, but as soon as I'm comfortable that I can give you good information that will actually help you plan. And of course it does vary for each individual based on fixed expenses and your standard of living and some other things, but I'll go over what I spend in an average month coming up fairly soon. A related question that I'm asked periodically, because I work on the road, is how I manage to support myself. A lot of van dwellers or nomads are retired or on disability, or they're just on a long vacation. I actually work on the road, and so I'm actually planning a whole special video or a couple videos on that. They'll be coming up fairly soon, definitely sooner than the monthly expenses video. So look for that coming up pretty soon, and we'll get to that. I've also had several questions about how I made that little windscreen that I made for my stove for using outdoors here in the van. I almost recorded a video of that when I did it, but now I was like, yeah, I don't even know if it's going to work. I don't know how well it'll perform. So I ended up not recording the video. I should have just recorded it anyways and then not used the video if it didn't work out, but I didn't record it. My friend Deborah has since asked me to make another one for her because she likes it. So I will be doing that pretty soon. and probably the next few weeks, I would think. And when I do that, I will record it and publish the video so you see how I made it. They're kind of hard to find to buy them commercially, so that's why I ended up building my own. And so I'll go over that. It was really quite simple. I kind of had to take some guesses as far as how to do it, but it worked out real well. So I'll put together a video on that real soon and show you how I did that. Next question I've been asked a bunch of times recently. All cleaned up. Did I cut my hair and everything? I did not cut my hair. It's got a ponytail back here. I just got it up. I've been trying to put it up a little more often so I don't get the frazzled look. With van dwelling, you don't get to wash your hair, as often as maybe when you live in a house. So, although I'm actually sitting in a house right now recording this, I'm watching my granddaughter today while our folks are at work. But, so I put it up a little more. And I did shave, need about due to do it again, I guess. But so I do that occasionally, not as often as my mother would like. But so I just cleaned up a little bit. The hair's still there; it's just picked up. So and finally, after people have been asking my travel plans for this fall and this winter, I'm leaving Wyoming imminently, a matter of days. Basically, after the holiday weekend is over, I'll be heading out. I know I'm going to be in Arizona for a good chunk of the winter. Maybe I should specifically say I'm going to be based in Arizona for the winter. I'll do some traveling around. I probably won't spend the entire winter in Ehrenberg or Quartzsite, but I will be based in that area and exploring and traveling from there because there are some places in Arizona and California that I want to see still or get back to again. So there'll be some traveling going on that way, but I'll be based out of Arizona, I believe. That's my plan at this point. So if you're coming down to RTR, I do plan to be at RTR. Short of some unforeseen thing happening that interferes with that plan, I do intend to be there, and I do intend to be in the Ehrenberg area before and after RTR. So if you're coming down to Arizona this winter, I will be around. I definitely would love to meet up with any viewers who are, going to be in the area. We'll mention that, as I was saying earlier, I do work on the road. I work, basically full-time, sometimes more than full-time, so I am pretty busy. Hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to cut that back a little bit and work less since I live in a van and everything. But for now, I do work quite a bit, so I don't have unlimited amounts of time. But within what I can manage as far as my schedule goes, I do look forward to meeting some people and getting to know people one-on-one. Some of you I've been interacting with through YouTube and things. So by all means, let me know if you're down around the area, and we'll see if we can get together for a chat, get to visit a little bit. As far as between now and winter, I know I'm basically working my way towards Arizona. I do not yet know for sure if I'm going straight to Arizona, like down to Flagstaff, Sedona area where it's not, won't be too hot, or if I'm going to do some other sightseeing and make some other loops. I have a couple of other things I'm considering before I get to Arizona, so I'll keep you posted on that as I finalize plans. But, hey, we're van dwellers. We don't have to make plans too far ahead, right? So I will be leaving here after the holiday. I do have to make a stop, for some work-related things I need to take care of. And then after that, somewhere roughly mid-September, I'll be making a decision as far as whether I'm heading down to Arizona or if I'm doing some other things before I go to Arizona. So I'll keep you posted on that with some future videos. And coming up, as I'm hitting the road again within a few days here, so there'll be some more travel videos coming. I have a long list of other videos I need to get made too, as well as those ones I already mentioned here today. So I hope this answers a few questions. I try and do these Q&A or FAQ videos like the first week of the month, sometime the first week of each month, when I remember, as I said. So if you have some questions you'd like me to address for another video the first week of October, go ahead and leave your questions in the comments below, and I'll try and cover them in that video. And, for those of you who haven't already subscribed to this channel, if you'd like to, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and that will allow you to see all of my videos about travel and van life. I appreciate your support for those of you who have already subscribed, or if you're subscribed now, I appreciate that. And meanwhile, we'll talk to you in the next video, everybody. Thanks.